say hi to me, but that's fine. I mean, hi, Ivan.
Rip Emma.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm surprised RW doesn't have something in his file names about you. Not gonna lie.
That's true. He's just same, actually. I'm old news, though. I've been around too long. Alright. Here we go. Getting started. Gonna get synced up here, I think, soon.
Yeah. I guess during this escape sequence, we like to talk a bit about the runners, because the escape is kind of boring, not a lot happening. So on our top left, we have the runner watcher, Link to the Past's resident pervert. He's he's been playing this game since, I believe, early 2013, maybe summer 2013. He hasn't been playing it as much in the past year or two, but he's still got a pretty decent time with his 127.58. So he's definitely the favorite in his race with Ivan.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're a female and you're playing this game, you can expect Runner Watcher to show up. That's really all we have to say about that. So what about Ivan? What's exciting about Ivan?
Ivan has, I believe, also been speedrunning since early 2013. He actually started with either Mario 64 or Super Metroid. Can't quite remember, but he really made a name for himself in Super Metroid. Got to where he was a top 3 player in that game at one point. And has played it at GDQs and stuff. But yeah, he learned this game, I believe, at some point in 2014, maybe late 2013. Has gotten pretty decent at it. The sub 130 that he got recently. And like I was saying earlier, with Runner Watchers and Ivan's time not being separated by a whole lot, it's less than 2 minutes. It's almost like anyone's game at that point. If Runner Watcher makes a single significant mistake, Ivan can definitely take the race.
Yeah, for sure. So it should be a pretty exciting matchup between those two. On the bottom here, we've got Maniacal, who I think is roughly pretty new to Link to the Past speedrunning, but he says that he started speedrunning in about 2006, but got back into things, I guess, in early 2017. And he had also, plays Link to the Past Randomizer and Super Metroid. So yeah, he said he picked up NMG for this tourney, but had to sit down after a couple weeks for a Super Metroid multi-category tourney that he was in. So yeah, he's got a 137.18 currently according to the leaderboards, but I've definitely seen him put in a lot of practice streams recently. So really, anything could happen with him. And his opponent, Johncarls, is the other half of the Frame Sabers podcast, with Author Blues being on the other side of that. And it's a podcast, I guess, about speedrunning. So if you're into that kind of thing, which I don't know why you would be being here, that just seems weird, but if you're into that kind of thing, definitely check them out. So he claims to have been speedrunning since before you were born, unless you were born before 2013. So, yeah. And he's been speedrunning Link to the Past for 18 months, enough for 2 babies, he says. And yes, he also runs a lot of games. I know he's very much into Game Boy, I believe, and he was recently going through, I think, trying to beat every single Game Boy game, kind of like how the Mexican runner did his NES Mania, and where he tried to beat every single NES game. So, yeah, he's run some games at GDQs before. He's done, what is it, Barbie Game Girl or something like that, and I can't remember the name of it, and a Little Mermaid game. So...
It's quite the pedigree.
Yeah, he's very prestigious games that he speedruns, for sure. But he just recently got a PB, I think a couple of nights ago, and he has a 131.50 now. So he is definitely improving his game big time. Well, we still have another minute of escape left, and we've already finished talking about the runners, so...
So now it's time to talk about wall pumping.
No. No, no. I stand for the people, and the people say no. Looks like they all got really good rat RNG, though. Let's see if Maniacal gets the same.
It's definitely probably the biggest source of variance on this split is what this rat does.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty much the same RNG for all of them, so that's good.
And they've all made it through. Runnerwatcher and Ivan very close.
Yeah. And Maniacal makes it out alive too. I imagine everybody's grabbing the same card. I don't think anyone's gonna skip it.
The most valuable safety in the game. Extra heart container for the low cost of 30 seconds.
Yeah, the valuable safety that you have since dropped from your life, so can't be that valuable, I guess.
Well, I would be lying if I said I didn't miss it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, honestly.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, another segment of the game where there's really not a whole lot to say, I guess, until we get into Eastern. This part of the game is all about dodging Octoroks and pumping and lag reduction and boring things.
Of note here is that wall pumping on all these stairs going up to Eastern can save up to around 3 seconds. So it's actually a good place to pump. It's not just a little frame saver on that particular screen.
Nice, nice plug there for John Carls podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. Walrus wants to know if you can tell him about pumping. How
Can
about
somebody
it?
ban Walrus, please? He's harassing me. A Fricker too. He's also harassing me.
Here they're doing the 4 Southos room, but they're only getting 2 to spawn in. If you enter the trigger at a specific area, the 4 Southos try to spawn north, south, east, and west of Link. And if you enter at a specific spot, the north and south ones will spawn. The south one spawns inside a pot, and the north one spawns like in a wall. So they just don't even spawn in at all.
Silly skeletons don't even know where they're going.
Yeah. And of course, upcoming we have the big key trick, where they'll be taking a damage boost to lift a pot with a switch under it. Ordinarily, you need to kill every enemy in the room to get the anti-fairies to leave that pot, and then you could safely get to the switch, but we don't have time for that.
takes too long. Yeah, there's a couple of different strategies that you can use in this room, and I feel like I'm like slowly becoming the only person who uses the slower strat, but one of the ways is to damage boost off of the Popo, and then use those iframes to pick up the pot and hit the switch. The other way is to come off the stairs and hit the anti-fairies straight on. That does more damage, but is more consistent, and I guess just a little bit easier to do.
These last couple of rooms before Armos are actually pretty tricky. First you have the Zelda Gamer room, where you have the 2 Stalfos and the red Igor. Can be hard to do fast. And the room right after is also kind of difficult. Oh, and runnerwatcher misses his last arrow. And that's what I'm talking about there. One little mistake and you lose a few seconds. It hurts.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Maniacal's gained up a little bit of time here too. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about John Carls is having a Armos party.
Yeah.
He gets it though.
Maniacal can make up some time here if he has a good fight. It looks like he is going to have one. Yep.
Very nice quick kill. And he gets the fancy spin. It just looks pretty. There's really nothing else about it.
Yeah, doesn't save time. Looks cool.
People used to think it saved a frame, but that was a lie. Alright, so this could be a spot here where we see the runners diverge a little bit. I'm not really sure what everybody's strategies are going to be. I'm assuming runnerwatcher and Ivan are going to be doing tree rupees, and there's a good possibility that Maniacal and maybe even John Carls are going to do hospital rupees. But we'll see. If they go to the back, we'll know. If they don't. Alright, John Carls doing tree rupees. So we got 3 of them for sure doing tree rupees. And Maniacal is going to as well. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. We're going to have all 4 runners doing tree rupees. Ooh, Maniacal... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, okay. Okay. Maniacal tried to charge a spin speed facing to the left, but little known fact is that you actually can't get spin speed if you're facing left or right on, I think it's on stairs and ladders. Or anywhere, really, I guess.
It's just if you're facing a wall.
Right.
It's the problem, yeah.
Yeah, because what happens is Link ends up grabbing onto the wall, so you can't actually activate it.
Yeah, exactly. What I was gonna say is that I think this might be our first squad where all 4 are doing tree rupees. That's exciting.
I think that's right, actually. But I think this is our first squad where everybody's like there's anybody could win, like in either of these races.
Yeah,
you know, it's really not like a big gap in between PBs here, so it's exciting.
Yeah, runnerwatcher and Ivan are very close on the same screen.
Ooh, that sync though.
Yeah.
And of course, runnerwatcher with the book spam. Ivan still has to menu to the book, but...
I think runnerwatcher likes to menu to the book almost right after he gets it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, purely so he can spam the book.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is that because he just spammed it about 100 times leading up to the tablet?
Exactly.
Good old runnerwatcher. This is literally what we're gonna hear for the next 5 minutes is maybe not 5 minutes, but for the next few minutes. Hopefully it doesn't stay in here for 5 minutes.
You'll see a lot of variants on how players get this key off the torch. And there's like only a half-second difference between all the strats. And they're like 4 or 5 in the room. It's pretty funny, like, how much this game has been dissected. Wow, runnerwatcher Ivan and johncarls all get good cannonball RNG. Sometimes the cannonball will block your initial dash up.
Hopefully Maniacal gets the same kind of RNG. Oh, but he handled that really well, actually. Better than I ever handled it, so that was really nicely done. Usually when that happens to me, I kind of panic and don't know what I'm doing and end up hitting one, so it's, you know, it's a whole thing. But he reacted really quickly.
So here's a signature runnerwatcher thing. He'll light this torch, I'm pretty sure. Yep. For no reason.
Yeah, that's how you know it's runnerwatcher playing the game. It's like he's leaving a mark or something.
Yeah. Runners will be making their way to Lamola's, which is probably the hardest room in the first 30 minutes of the game, probably.
Yeah.
It's a really tough boss fight. They'll be looking to use arrows because they do twice as much damage as the fighter's sword, and it's just a really tough fight. It's tough to land the arrows. And it's something you don't even really understand.
I think you may have cut off there a little bit.
Oh.
Unless you just stop talking. But yeah, the only thing that's really guaranteed about this fight is where the landmines are going to spawn in the very beginning of the fight. But the direction they go is going to be random, and then everything from there on out is random. So runnerwatcher with a pretty nice fight there, though. And Ivan also having a really good fight, too.
Oh, wow, yeah. And yeah, with Lamola's not missing is so important. I mean, I guess that seems kind of obvious, but you can only have... the game will only let you have one arrow in the air at a time. So if you miss and your arrow has to travel 3/4 of the way across the room to hit the wall before you can shoot again, it's really a pain.
Oh, I guess somebody did cactus dash and we totally missed it.
Yeah, Ivan would have done the cactus dash for sure. I was too busy watching Maniacal's Winmo.
Same.
Yeah, I think the only reason Ivan does cactus dash is because he can't do the Sandman dash, and he refuses to do it the safe way. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Alright, looks like 3 of our runners got through fake flippers without any catastrophes, so that's good.
Let's hope Maniacal gets through fake flippers fine. Yeah, he does. Good.
Nice.
Should get hit there. Bad things happen.
Very bad things. You have to save and quit or hard reset. your game. So we don't want that.
Yeah, and since John Carls isn't commentating the race this time, no one soft lock Faithful Cruise.
Yeah. Yeah. So if he's in the race, it's okay, but if he's commentating,
that's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There are different ways you can softlock this game. There's actually a couple in dungeons. There's an Ice Palace. Well, I guess it's not really a softlock in Ice Palace. It's just a sprite despawn. But if you, if the door opens at the same time that you enter stairs, is that how that works?
Yeah, it's in the second room of ice if you kill all the jellyfish in that room.
Yeah.
And then enter this stair door at the wrong time. The sprites will be in the wrong rooms, which means you can't proceed.
Yeah, so you would have to mirror out for that. So it's not really like a soft lock, like you can fix it. And the same kind of thing happens in Ganon's Tower as well with, it's like if a door closes at the same time that you're entering a staircase, you can despawn the sprites. And that most often happens like really late in the dungeon, like closer to like Moldorm 2. So getting a sprite despawn there sucks. Because then you have to mirror out and do basically the entire back half of G Tower all over again. There's also something that discovered a long time ago, but nobody really knew how it happened or why, which we now know is the quadrant glitch. And that's when you're spinning Moldorm, and I'm going to explain this really poorly, so Josh, you may have to, explain it better after I try this, but it's when you're spinning Moldorm and in a certain way where he actually knocks you into another quadrant of the room, and then you enter through the door after Moldorm, and basically the screen scrolls, and that's another instance where you have to mirror out.
Yeah, there are a few places, well, I guess not me, where you can quadrant glitch. Another one that happens from time to time is in Hellway in Thieves Town. I think one of Zelda's recent no damage runs actually had that happen.
Yeah. And wasn't there something in oh shoot, where is it? Oh, Skull Woods, when you get grabbed by the hand.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
What happens there? Like, how does that happen?
Like, you get grabbed by the hand while you're dashing up, and the game just completely breaks.
Yeah.
Once
so that's
again,
another mirror out, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like we've lost runnerwatcher. I'm not sure if his stream went down or what, but he is stuck throwing a pot forever. Meanwhile, Ivan is fighting a very feisty Moldorm, but gets him down, no problem. Johncarls also fighting Moldorm, seems to not be having much trouble. He's opting for the dash with the sword out. I guess you have to dash with your sword out. You can't dash without your sword out unless you don't have a sword. But opting for the dash strats. And Maniacal doing a bomb jump, getting his Moon Pearl. And he'll be making his way to Moldorm very soon.
The suspense on runnerwatcher's stream is killing me.
Same. I wonder what happened. I bet one of those Kodongos spit fire at him.
I've been using a nice buffer to the bow in that long cave room. That's the worst bonk in the game. You really don't want to bonk on that dash. Johncarls doing the same.
Ooh, Maniacal getting through that Moldorm fight was a little scary, but he's got it.
All the runners pulling off tree rupees. Wow, Johncarls even goes for the Buzz Blob route. So they pulled that first tree, and their objective now is to get through this next little section, killing 4 enemies without taking damage, and that actually manipulates the drops from the next tree to be all red rupees.
All right. Well, 2 of our runners have the Master Sword. I'm going to assume Runner Watcher has his Master Sword. And Maniacal is very close behind.
So since stream doesn't have music or audio, which one of us should make the sound effects? And
you're probably better at it, honestly.
You think so?
How about you make the... You can make the sound effects for Ivan. I'll make sound effects for John Carls.
I can't. What sound do the rupees make? Ching! Something like that? Yes, no, maybe.
I was just making noises and I didn't have my push to talk on, so I'm literally just sitting in my house making Zelda noises by myself.
That's some good stuff there.
Yeah, it's my life. Oh my god, okay. So does Ivan do Pooey strat or does he do Din Din?
I'm not sure. We're about to find out.
Okay.
I'm gonna make fun of him if he does Din Din.
Yeah. I know John Carls said earlier he was a Din Din boy. So we're gonna see that strat from him. I assume Maniacal's also gonna do Din Din just because it's usually just a very safe and consistent strat. He's also grabbing the mushroom, so both him and John Carls are going to be grabbing powder.
Ivan actually did the old strat in Gold Knights that uses 6 arrows. Hadn't seen that one in a while.
It's a lot of arrows to use.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like I need to talk more now that there's no music. I don't want there to be like dead air.
Dun 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 dun.
That's good. You can keep going.
No things.
Wow. Okay.
Elminster bringing up an interesting point. Maniacal is short a lot of rupees.
Oh yeah. Wonder how that happened. Oh, he must not have grabbed enough blues. I'm thinking.
Yeah, from the first tree, probably not.
Well, hopefully he gets. Oh, he got a 5-drop here.
Okay, that's still not enough.
Puts him in better shape though, for sure.
Yeah, it does.
Unfortunately, taking a hit, but he has powder, so he's okay. He doesn't need the fairy internal rock necessarily. Yeah. Oh, are you gonna do the duck when they unlock the duck?
Hopefully we have game sound back by then.
Yeah, that's actually quite a while from now. All right, Ivan, very close to the fight here. Hopefully Aghanim is nice to him and he gets some good blue ball luck.
Runner Watcher typing in chat that he is back, so we should have him up on the restream shortly, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And we do. The long game sound. No idea how many blue balls he's gotten so far.
Nope, me neither. Well, I guess nobody does but him. Ooh, Maniacal, be careful! Ooh, okay. Oh, nice, and a double hard drop.
Nice.
You know, scary. And he gets the good circle of pots RNG. Very nicely done.
He still needs 3 rupees from somewhere. There are some backups on the Palace of Darkness overworld, but then hopefully he knows about them. We'll see.
So it looks like Ivan's getting out of this fight well before runnerwatcher. I wonder if runnerwatcher's just had a lot of blue balls. I mean, I've already seen quite a few, and we came in part of the fight, so... Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm curious how many blue balls.
Oh, Ivan tried so hard to avoid those enemies, but unfortunately he took one to the face.
Yeah. You hate to see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a good chance that runnerwatcher got 7 blue balls. I think that's one of the more common higher ones, and I think he got probably about 5 since we started watching, so could be. Oh, there he goes. He confirms it was 7. So that's a lot of blue balls.
Yeah, 7 loses somewhere around 45 seconds it is. Over 0.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rough.
It's 6 seconds per ball, and then blue ball, and then 6 seconds per lightning. Roughly.
Okay, so it loses even more than... Well... No, I guess it's around that. That's right.
Math is hard.
Yeah, it is.
I couldn't even do that math in my head, honestly. Like, I'm the worst.
You left your multiplication tables behind in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Oh, I've been interestingly doing the old pod route.
Oh yeah, I think he's never learned the new one. The new pod route, which you will see on runnerwatcher's stream, I believe, and johncarls, their route for collecting the small keys was found by ACMLM in 2013, I believe. And for a long time it was debatable whether it was even good to go for, because the routes are actually very close. But nowadays, pretty much every top player goes with the newer route, the ACMLM route.
Yeah. Maniacal killing a Ropa on the overworld and getting lucky with a 5-drop. They do drop rupees, but it's never guaranteed what they drop. Usually a safety if you only need like 1 or 2 rupees is to just hit them with the boomerang and kill them, because then you're guaranteed a green rupee drop. Alright, so we have johncarls coming up on the hammer, or coming up on the hammer jump. He's doing the hammer jump. That's a pretty nice job there. And he's waiting there to open the chest until the bomb starts exploding. And I think the logic there is that you can open the chest as the bomb is exploding, so you don't have to wait for the bomb to explode and wait for the chest to open. I have no idea if that's faster or not, but I see a lot of people do that. So I'm assuming it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, Not 100% sure how single bomb jump is optimized. Just do the double one if you want to go fast.
Yeah, I assume actually you also have to wait for the bomb to start exploding, but you may save a little bit of time. I guess not having to wait for the entire explosion. I don't know. Just thinking out loud, I guess.
And this race is still pretty close. I've been only a few rooms ahead. Johncarls and runnerwatcher, even though their race doesn't technically matter, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah. Now we've got Maniacal. Coming up on the hammer jump. I think he does it. He's already down 3 hearts. Oh, there's a fairy. Lucky for him. Although I don't know, it's only lucky for him, I guess, if it comes to him. And it does! Ace fairy. Nice, and he pulls off the hammer jump, no problem.
Johncarls having a turtle party.
A siesta de la tortuga. It's fine.
Yeah, the nap of the turtles.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Why siesta is a word that sounds like it should be a party. Like, I'm gonna go to a siesta. Put on your fancy shoes and you have a siesta. Does that not sound like it? Because I think because it's kind of like salsa, siesta, and salsa's an exciting food.
No, just stop. And yeah. Let's get you as far away from Spanish words as possible.
Ooh, Michael got the sexy statue. Sorry. Not trying to distract you or anything, but...
Are you sure?
Maybe. Maybe not. Whatever. French is the language that I know. Not Spanish. Being a Canadian.
So, in a lot of our races, we've seen people get completely demolished on this overworld. Hopefully, these players can get through it. Some of the ropas can randomly hit you, which is pretty annoying. The main thing you definitely want to watch out for is this bird and the snapdragon, which are always avoidable with good movement. But the slightest mistake can get you hit, and they do 3 hearts of damage. Really don't want to take that.
Yeah, you really gotta be careful in the pod overworld. Ooh, runnerwatcher bonking there, but that's okay. Yeah, if you get sat on by one of those ropas, they do a couple hearts of damage as well. But oh
Eee.
no!
Oh!
Taking 2 hits from that piranha plant. Is that what that's supposed to be?
I think it's called a snapdragon.
Oh, well, the other piranha plant. That's okay. There is, well, I think he was going through those bushes to maybe try to get a fairy drop or a heart drop. Unfortunately, it did not happen. But later on there is a tree that he can bonk into that will drop apples, and I believe it's RNG though, isn't it? Like how many apples actually drop is not guaranteed.
Yeah, and where they drop is also random, yeah.
Yeah, so he can at least go for that and hopefully regain some of his health.
Yeah. I would definitely go for it with 2 hearts in a race. Like, a lot of stuff in Thieves Town can just kill you in 1 hit with 2 hearts. So,
yeah. Looks like Maniacal had a pretty good fight. He's only down 2 hearts.
Johncarls getting a 1 big flute.
GG. Runnerwatcher spamming the flute also. Just spam anything that he has that's not going to use up any resources. I didn't think that you would still beep during this song. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Oh, he gets a heart there. That's good.
Yeah.
Stops the beeping.
My ears. Oh, is he not gonna go? Oh, he's not even gonna go for
wow,
apple. Wow. Alright.
The confidence.
He might be hoping that in that long line of bushes he gets a fairy or a heart or something.
Yeah, the lag bushes.
Yeah. Yeah. Johncarls getting his powder. Maniacal on his way to get his flute. Hopefully he only has one dig too. Ooh. Did you know that tree talks to you?
Yes. I did know, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you know it.
How would I know?
Because you've definitely whispered in his ear before.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, runner watcher definitely has to be careful here. All of the, I guess what the community calls horse heads, they do 2 hearts damage if he touches them. I believe the red ones, their fire beams also do 2 hearts.
Ooh, now he's gotta be extra careful.
Yeah, now it can be one hit by a lot of things, so gotta be really careful.
Stops the beeping again. Thank you, runner watcher. Maniacal's opening up the bird, and then we'll be off to get his powder. Johncarls is now inside Thieves Town. Runner watcher, not even gonna try. Oh man, he just can't catch a break. Was even gonna try for Hellway. It was probably a smart decision not having many arrows. Arrows, many hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to get hit out of anything and knocked into other things. It can get pretty messy if you get hit there. So, making a good decision by taking it safe. Did Maniacal get the spin speed at the witch's hut?
I was not looking.
It looked like he was spin speeding out of the screen, but I don't know. He's also pretty low in heart, well, lowish on hearts anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't have a conversation with the shopkeeper there. She will refill your health.
Yeah, and it's only a couple of text boxes, I think. 1 or 2.
Yeah. Oh no.
Ooh, there we go. We see the apples.
Yeah, we do.
But, ooh. And, oh, refill. Full refill. Tastes good.
I wonder if Runner Watcher's gonna stop in this room. Oh no!
No! Runner Watcher! Taking a death, yeah, from a horse head. Like we said, they do 2 hearts of damage, and he walked right into it, unfortunately. So he's gotta go all the way back down there, but at least now he's got more health, so...
Yeah.
I've been killing blind, getting him out of there.
The race is by no means over, though. If you're familiar with this game, you know that later on in the Dark World, there are a ton more potentially worse deaths than even that one was, so...
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely more costly deaths. Cold Stare, Vitreous, most places in Turtle Rock. Like, there's a lot more that can happen, so...
Yeah. Ivan, our first runner to move into the Skull Wood segment. in this first part, he will just be collecting 600 rupees so he can afford flippers later. And he will also be getting his sword tempered.
Yeah, by a tiny little elf. A frog that becomes an elf. Ooh, John Carls.
Carls.
Ooh, John Carls, stop getting hit, man. Oh, look at these dodges. Oh, man.
Oh!
That was so close. If he got hit by anything, it would have killed him, so... That was really close, but makes it through. I'm sure his heart is racing. Runner Watcher also fighting blind now. Oh, he's fine. I thought I was just gonna go off script there. I was getting a little worried. Ooh, Runner Watcher taking damage.
Okay, there he gets it.
Whew, man. It's scaring me.
So will Ivan get the fence dash?
I don't know, will he even go for it?
I am actually not sure myself, but if he doesn't get it, he should just reset.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just give the race to Runner Watcher.
Oh, he doesn't even go for it.
Rip.
Oh.
Well, that runs over. Right. John Carls getting his frog/blacksmith. Maniacal getting his girl, and then getting his gloves for the date that they'll have later upstairs. Spoilers, it's not a good date.
Yeah, I think Link gets kind of deceived on that one.
A little bit debated on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. That's okay. Got a nice little cross race between Runner Watcher and John Carls now.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I've been getting some pretty shifty mummy statue RNG, but plays it really well. Gets out of there, no damage. Oh, I think we've lost Runner Watcher again. Oh,
no, he's back.
I thought we were gonna have to make sound effects again. I don't know. I was a little scared there. Although you guys didn't hear any of my sound effects, so, you know. Just my dog heard them. Maybe my neighbors. Ooh, John Carls canceling fence dash. Runner Watcher will go for fence dash though, right?
I'm not sure actually. He tends to play with pretty like solid, consistent, safe stuff. Maybe he doesn't like it much.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. Yep.
Well then. Ooh, I'm getting a... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Ivan's coming up on pretty important boss here in Mothula. It can either go very quickly or very slowly if you let it get out of control.
Ooh. It's getting a little hairy. He's got lots of health though. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't speak so soon. Ooh, there we go.
Okay, there you go. There he goes.
He's fine.
Johncarls doing a bonk to exit that room to preserve a little health.
Is that faster than mirroring?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure though. I haven't actually tested it or anything.
Me neither. I guess you'd save a menu.
Yeah.
Plus the mirror animation.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess there's also the bonk animation, so who knows? Anyway. Maniacal going in to get his sword. And, ooh, johncarls taking the fire snake to the face. Oh, I was gonna say johncarls getting that fairy drop, but that's okay because he has powder, so he's not going to need to manipulate a fairy in Turtle Rock. Although having beams for this fight can be pretty annoying, but let's see if he how he does with them. How much damage do beams do?
To Mothula?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's fighter sword damage, so...
It's like half of... Or...
Yeah, half of Master Sword.
Master Sword, wow.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Not much.
Yeah, but he gets through okay, only takes a couple hearts of damage. Runner Watcher's through as well. Maniacal having a good mummy statue room, actually, didn't even take any damage there, so... That's always a win in my eyes.
Oh, maybe beams do the same as Fire Rod. That'd be interesting if that's the case.
Let's take a look at that paste bin.
Do you have it saved?
Of course I do. Sword beams only do 2 and Fire Rod does 4. Fighter Sword does 2. Gold Bee does 2. So.
Okay.
Ah, you can kill him with a Samaria block. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Lost Vulnerable do a lot of things.
Crazy.
You got 3 runners on the Ice Palace segment. The first part of this, you want to go get Quake, which you're going to need to open up Turtle Rock later in the run, and Flippers, which are needed to navigate Swamp Palace. And that's actually all they're needed for. Every other required swimming in the game you can do with fake Flippers, but there's no known way to fake Flippers inside Swamp Palace itself.
Yeah, someone figure that out for us, please. Thank you.
That'd be a big change.
Yeah, then I get my free, like, 125. Probably not that much, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that much.
It would save a decent amount. Probably a good minute, though.
So, Ice Palace is definitely a segment that can, you know, the leads can change in the blink of an eye. There's just so much that can go wrong, and we've seen it in races in this tournament several times already.
Ooh, Maniacal had a nice moth fight there.
The Sync and johncarls and Runner Watcher.
Yeah, holy moly. Wow. Who can mash faster?
I'm gonna guess Runner Watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, actually, that you could see a little bit of difference there. Although Runner Watcher does have a tutorial for this game that was made quite a few years ago at this point, actually. But yeah, it's a good tutorial. So He's gotta be a good masher, I guess.
Yeah, he prides himself on being able to mash well.
Is that like one of his pickup lines?
Probably.
Meanwhile, Ivan is just blazing through Ice Palace here. Getting real close to the boss.
Yeah, this boss is pretty rough. The ice falling from the ceiling does 2 hearts of damage, and the cold stare puffs do 4 hearts of damage. So this is another fight where you really want to keep it under control. Usually it's not so bad if you can get the quick kill, but if they separate it all, problems tend to happen.
Yeah, ooh, just
Okay.
like, yeah, we saw there with Ivan getting bopped. They do quite a bit of damage, and the falling ice as well, and everything can kind of be hard to dodge at times, depending on how much damage you have on them, and how much more you need to hit them.
Yeah, if he'd taken just one more hit there, they would have killed him. It's insane how quickly they can kill you. But it's really nice that he made it through.
The puffs do 4 hearts, and the falling ice is 3 or something?
Yeah. Well, the falling ice does 2.
Oh, it says 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that the most damage that any boss does?
Other
than
no, yeah, Ganon does the most for sure. But Vidi is capable of 4 hard attacks. As is Trinex, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, right.
Basically, like, all the bosses from this point on are, like, OP as heck. Because the game just kind of assumes you've gotten the blue mail. Or wants you to get the blue mail, at least. In this dungeon. But we skip Big Key, so it's not even really an option.
Yeah, I guess except Argus, since he's technically, supposed to be earlier in the game than we do it, but... yeah.
Runnerwatcher and Johncarls coming up on Cold Stare. Let's hope they both have good fights.
Nice fight there for Runnerwatcher. Johncarls falling in now.
Nice fight, yeah. Really nice fight. Now, Ivan went to get Ether, but he didn't get Ice Rod. It's unusual players to split up those two.
Yeah, actually the only other runner that I have seen do that is Space Cat Universe, and she said it was just because one time she forgot to get Ice Rod during the Swamp segment, and she got Ether, so now she just gets them, like one in the Swamp segment and one in the Mire segment, just to keep her splits even. So that's the only other runner that I have actually seen do that.
Runnerwatcher just going straight to Swamp without collecting the items. Ether after Swamp is very slightly faster by something like 2/3 of a second or so, by my testing at least.
You're bad at sword climbing or you get damaged.
Yeah, it's actually important if you're gonna do it after Swamp to be pretty good at climbing Death Mountain with the hook shot, which is also pretty hard.
Yeah, not having to like farm for an extra heart helps too. I mean, certainly you can do Mire without sword beams, like you can do the beginning of it without sword beams, but I think you'd have to be pretty confident in your, I guess, in your Mire overall. Ooh, Maniacal is down to half a heart right now. Please don't take a death. Please don't take a death.
Yeah, the fast sword, or the sword climbs are really nice, but when you factor in having to menu to the hookshot, that eats into a lot of its time save.
So if you're bad at menuing, then is that just not even saving much time? Is that saving less time?
No. I'm bad at menuing, and it's
okay, but like, I mean, a normal person's bad at menuing, not I have a 124 and I'm bad at menuing because I didn't do it in 0 frames or whatever you do. I don't know.
Okay. You want to try saying that sentence again with less stuttering? And...
No! You know what I mean, though. Like, the difference of my menus versus your menus are, like, a big difference. So if I have a bad menu, it's way different from your bad menu. My good menus are probably your bad menus.
Oh, Maniacal dying. Cold stare.
No!
That's a rough death. First of all, he needs magic, and he will either farm the buzz blobs here, or just flute to 4 and do swamp. It looks like that's what he's gonna do. This is... Oh, he's actually gonna go with Ether first.
Okay. I wonder if this is what he normally does during the segment, is get his... Or during the swamp segment, is get this stuff.
I believe doing swamp here is faster than farming for magic. Just because you will get the magic refill for free after beating Argus. But it's a little more inconvenient, throws your splits out of whack. And if you're not practiced on it, it can be kind of weird to do.
I wonder if he's also going to get Ice Rod during this segment.
Yeah, potentially. If he normally gets items here, he might as well get them now. And yeah, it looks like that's what he's gonna do.
I hope he keeps track of his bomb count, though, especially since he's going to have to go back to Ice Palace afterwards. He's going to have to do the bomb jump again in the bomb floor and the Stalfos Knight, so he wants to make sure that he has enough bombs for that coming out of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, if he is indeed doing Swamp next, he should get some backup bombs. Hopefully he knows about them. Yeah.
Also, this just in, but Ivan is on some pretty massive PB watch at the moment.
Oh, really?
He is, out of Ice Palace, he was minus 48 seconds.
Oh!
So keep an eye out on that.
Yeah, we'll have to check his torches time.
Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, getting some movements from Argus there after the first cycle. I don't think any of these runners actually go for a 0 cycle strat.
Yeah, I don't think so either, actually. Which may be the first time we won't see 0 cycle in a race, or a quad race like this. This runner watcher is playing Argus better this time than he did last tournament.
Yeah, he infamously died to Argus last tournament.
Yeah.
Which isn't a thing that happens often, no 127 players.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of a... He didn't have very many hearts, it was just kind of like a flub. So... Is that a word? Flub?
Yeah, that's a word.
Yes. Means to botch or bungle. If that clarifies it for anybody.
Yeah, it's actually good that Maniacal came here. It's the faster option compared to farming magic. He does need to be careful though. Like starting, a lot of people get in this little trap where they think, oh, you know, swamp, it's not dangerous at all. But 2.5 hearts, that's getting a little scary.
Can be scary for sure, and you can see there he's looking for hearts. Oof. Down to 1.5 now. I don't think that there's any hearts within reach until...
There'll be one here.
Oh, there's the one there, yeah. Until the end of the dungeon, though. Or close to the end. The room, actually, that's, like, after you get, like, where John Carls is right now, that center room where you can bomb open the wall has hearts under pots in there as well. Although that would be slow and would be using up a bomb, so not always the best idea.
John Carls looks like he's gonna get through Argus just fine.
No problemo. Is that Spanish?
No. The Spanish word for problem is problema.
No problema.
There you go.
You did it.
Runnerwatcher apologizing in advance for not doing the bird toss.
Would not blame him at all.
TB Ham making a classic mistake. Problema is actually an exception. It is masculine. It's El Problema.
Take that. TB Ham.
Yeah, I didn't have 4 semesters Spanish for nothing, so...
yeah, you're gonna use it on the internet to take people down who are using Spanish wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. Money well spent.
Exactly. Thanks. And Ivan getting a low 107 torches. That's definitely PD pace a lot.
Maniacal's still sitting at that 1.5 heart, scaring me, but he's playing some of these rooms pretty safely. There is a heart in the pot in the room he's in now, but it's kind of far out of the way, so...
Yeah, Maniacal still needs to be very careful here. Some of these rooms just can randomly hit you.
Oof. God, that scared me. Okay, now he's where the hearts are, so it's all good. And looks like he's gonna go for the chance to get double, but he unfortunately does not.
Yeah.
And very smartly grabbing that bomb as well.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, there's a weird thing in this game where if you hook shot or boomerang a recovery heart, you can sometimes get 2. So that's what he was doing there. He's trying to get 2 hearts by hook shotting the hearts. Needs to be really careful on Argus here, actually.
Yeah, weren't we saying earlier that Swamp, like, it's whatever, it can't really kill you?
Yeah.
Boss doesn't do that much damage. And... Oh, he's gonna use arrows, is he? Or am I... Never mind.
Is johncarls potentially on PP Pace as well?
Let's see.
I was just looking at his torches time and figure that it could possibly be.
Yep, he's minus 21 seconds at the moment, coming out of Swamp Palace, so...
Oh, Ivan's having trouble here poking the eyeballs and losing his sword charge.
Ooh.
Oh man, that last spin made me nervous. But he made it out.
He did. Runnerwatcher in the worst room of the game. Flawlessly pulls it off.
I like how people have such different opinions on what the worst room in the game is.
Yeah, but that one's objectively the worst. So, like, there's really no debate.
See, I feel like if Greenham was in this call, he would have a different opinion about what is objectively the worst room in the game.
Yeah, but Greenham's wrong, so... you know.
Wow, poor Greenham, not even here to defend his opinions.
I'm just kidding, Greenham, please don't hate me.
Maniacal going in for the second visit in the ice. Hopefully it goes cleanly for him this time. It's always tough to deal with a cold stare death. It's just very mentally draining.
Yeah, there's something like coming back to Ice Palace at this stage of the game. It just feels bad, so... It sucks for Maniacal, but congrats to him for continuing on, trucking through. Runnerwatcher, a little low on hearts here, but he's good. Oh, I've been getting denied by that squirrel. Squirrel siestas. Siesta de la... Didn't I say this? I said this last time too. Siesta de la Squirrel Tuga.
Oh no, johncarls!
No. Fortunately, having an eyeball Siesta de la Eyeball Tugas and taking
every noun in Spanish doesn't end in tuga, okay?
Sure it does.
A little known fact.
No, it does. It does.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. And yeah, this is a rough death too, especially since he's unsure of where he needs to go here, I think. I guess he's on the right track now. I think the Vidi death costs 2 minutes-ish, I want to say.
Yeah, it's about that, I would say. Pretty costly, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah. He doesn't need to hit the switch, so he's going to get in the next room and have to come back.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I think that everybody does when they're having to refight Vidi, is just muscle memory. You know, you hit that switch even though you don't actually need to.
Oh no, you got hit by the for whatever reason in certain cracked walls in this game, there'll be these fuzzy black enemies that come out and randomly hit you.
Ooh, I've been having a rough chomps here. They're blocking him and... Oh, there you go. Oh, takes 2 hits from them, only has 1
Oh, he
heart.
needs to be quick out of the room? Okay.
I'm getting flashbacks to my last race right now.
Yeah.
Stay alive, Ivan. Get the safety door if you have to. Alright,
It's like John Carls. Yeah, he's having a much better fight.
Yeah, that was much better.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Shout out
More
to Blunt
flashbacks! Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Blunt Bunny. Making an appearance in this run.
Eee, this is so dangerous.
Come on, Ivan.
Okay,
Nice.
you got
okay.
it.
But not out of the woods yet. Ooh. Careful in the side door. Okay, we're good.
Okay, yeah. Ooh. That eye door, if you like walk into it diagonally at all, it will blast you. So, good thing he did not do that.
Yeah, holy moly.
This is still really scary, and Runner Watcher's only a few rooms behind.
Yeah. So any death could change the game here. Double pokies, always scary with 1 heart. Oh, he gets a good RNG, man. Nice. Easy RNG, of course.
Yeah. That's only a 1 in 16 chance to get that RNG, and it's really nice when you do. It's the fastest one by at least a second.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. Oh no.
It's a good thing he has a lot of magic here.
Yeah, for sure.
Can run into trouble there if he hadn't gotten that magic drop.
I wonder if he's gonna grab the safety door, if he's gonna try without it. I mean, he is on PB pace, but this is also a tournament race. And I'm sure he knows that Runner Watcher's not too far behind.
Yeah, he is in the chat, so...
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's gonna need to do hookshot invulnerability here. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
This is a spicy turtle rock. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
This is gonna be scary. He's just going for it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah, if that laser touches him, he's dead. He's...
Oh!
Ivan!
Oh, I thought for sure he was dead there.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god. Wow. Whew. Okay. Now, but he still has to get through Trinex. He's not even grabbing the heart in the pot! I guess it doesn't really matter, because it'll kill him either way.
Yeah, yeah, any of Trinex's attacks kill him 1 or 2 hearts, it doesn't matter. And I'm sure he knows that, so he's just not even gonna waste the time.
Oh man, hopefully this goes well.
Okay, looking good.
Oh. This is the scary part, though.
Yeah, the spin
all scary, but...
can go wrong, yeah.
Yeah, he's got this. Nice. Oh man, I'm sure he is like breathing a sigh of relief right now. That was scary.
That was a turtle rock.
That was a turtle rock. Very turtle rock. Ooh, John Carl's getting hit by a chomp and then not being able to push the block.
And he's dead, wow.
Taking a death, yeah. That chomp kinda came out of nowhere and bopped him.
Yeah, John has to really try not to die from here on, because you got Maniacal working his way through mire here. If John takes one more death, it's that race is going to even back up, or get close at least. Closer than John wants, I'm sure.
Oh, johncarls again, yeah.
Luckily, he has powder, which is not a luxury Ivan had earlier, so he won't have to go through a heart-pounding, one-heart adventure in the latest part of the dungeon.
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, there's a lot of antivirus coming up real soon here, so you can just grab those and be safe. Alright, we got Maniacal, soon coming up on Vitreous. I'm not really sure what strategy he's going to use for the boss fight. I guess we'll find out. Honestly, given that he had a death to Cold Stare, he's really not too far behind, so that's really good for him. Oof, johncarls. Taking more damage. That's okay.
Yeah,
the antivirus will be back in there when he goes back into the room.
Yeah. He never even had to switch off of powder. Oh, Maniacal. Having some trouble.
Maniacal, you can do it. Ooh.
This is scaring me. The little eyes do 4 hearts of damage. The lightning does 3. He really has to be careful here.
Ooh. His little eyeballs are getting so close. Oh, he's got this. He's got this. Oh, that was really close. He was like under the lightning.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. All right, makes it out alive. We can all breathe again.
Oh, I see him correcting me. The lightning does 2 hearts.
Alright, so runnerwatcher is quite close to Ivan at this point now. This is going to be a really exciting finish. Yeah. It might come down to like Aghanim 2 and Ganon warps even.
Yeah, Ivan accidentally threw that bomb through the wall above Ice Armos. Oh, and having a... This is rough.
Sorry. Sorry to all the Spanish people in the world.
I apologize to any Spanish viewers we have. You'll have to forgive Emma's extreme ignorance of the language.
I've never learned Spanish in my life.
Yeah, that having Ice Armos go poorly is rough for 2 reasons. One, you lose time, but 2, the Armos use a variable to make them rotate that is reused in the Ganon fight for Ganon's fire bats. And it's actually not reset between fights. And ordinarily, this means your fire bat patterns are predictable if you have a good Armos fight. But if you have a bad one, they're completely thrown off. So it can lead to patterns that are very tough to dodge. Yeah, they were in the same room for a bit there. Just wow.
Runnerwatcher's like right on his tail.
Man. these gauntlet rooms are really tough to optimize consistently. There's a lot of little enemy RNG that you have to react to. Runner Watcher having a rough Gauntlet 3. It allowed Ivan to make up some time. Or to create more distance, rather.
Yeah. Ooh, rough Gauntlet 5 here, too. Ooh, getting hit by the BMOS. But Ivan also having a rough land mode, too.
Yeah, not getting... I believe this is a 3-sunk, or...
I think so, too, actually.
Yeah. And then Runner Watcher having a 1.
This is a race! And Ivan had to stop for the magic as well, whereas Runner Watcher does not. He's got plenty, so... Oh man, he's right there.
Man, this race is so close.
Yeah. Both these runners are just kind of, you know, pulling all the stops. Oh no, Maniacal!
Oh, Maniacal!
Taking a death.
Yeah, Turtle Rock is by far the most punishing dungeon. Just everything hits really hard. This race could actually come down to Aghanim 2 luck, or Ganon luck. It's that close.
Oh man, oh man. It's like Ivan leaves the room and Runner Watcher enters it. Oh,
Ivan's actually going for the hover.
Wow. This...
He gets
it! Oh, and he gets it!
Oh my god!
Wow. So that would have made up a little bit of time, I guess, over Runner Watcher.
Wow.
Widening the gap just a little bit more. I'm shocked that he got that first try. Like, that's actually really good and really risky to go for it in a race. A race this close, too, honestly. Alright.
We've got Aghanim 2.
Ooh.
Oh, Ivan not getting any in that first round. Or the second round.
Oh, Runner Watcher getting his hits in, though. I think he got 2. Ooh, but none in the second. Got hit by a blue ball, unfortunately. Ooh, and none in the third either. Getting hit by another blue ball, and then by the time he hit the yellow ball, it was, or the energy ball.
Oh, wow.
Him a despawned.
Yeah. One of Runner Watcher's clones is just so out of sync. He can't.
Oh!
Wow.
This is so close. This could come down to Ganon warps. Like, this is how close we are. This is insane.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy.
Oh, johncarls just mirrored out of mimics, I think.
Yeah, that's a mistake that happens.
Yeah, I think he did anyway. It looks like he was in mimics and then he mirrored out.
I think Runner Watcher's just 2 or 3 seconds behind him entering this.
Wow, this is so close. But regardless, even if Ivan loses this race, oh, I guess he can't PB anymore, can he? Might be really, really tight.
I don't know if Ivan's got the 1-in-1 here. We'll see. Oh, he's got the messed up fire bats.
Uh-oh.
And he didn't get the 1-in-1. Runner Watcher takes the lead here.
Oh my god! Right at the end of the race, Runner Watcher pulls ahead. Ivan's gotta be careful here.
Runner Watcher can still... Yeah, he's warping a lot. Runner Watcher needs Ganon to stop warping.
Ganon, stop!
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. See, asking, you shall receive.
Alright, so long as Runner Watcher has a good 4th phase, he should have this. But Ivan's not far behind at all. He needs to... This is going to come down to 4th phase execution for sure.
Oh,
Ivan misses Torch Glitch! Oh no! That just about seals it.
That's so rough.
For anyone who doesn't know, torch glitch is a glitch that runnerwatcher got where he lit the left torch before the right whenever it goes out. So now runnerwatcher gets to do this fight only worrying about the left torch. This allows him to use a fire rod and comfortably go for triple spins per torchlight. Ivan has more complications since he has the 2 torches to worry about. Yeah, and runnerwatcher's gonna finish up.
Wow. GG, runnerwatcher. Very, very exciting end to that race there.
Yeah, that was an amazing race.
So we got Maniacal here fighting Trinex, going right into the last part of the fight. John Carl's on lane mode 2.
And Maniacal gets through Trinex.
Whew. That was good because he only had 4 hearts and oh, there you go, Ivan finished. So GG Ivan on a strong finish.
And we will have runnerwatcher coming in for a bit of an interview. Hopefully Ivan as well.
Yeah, him too. Alright, we're gonna get Ivan in here. Looks like we're joined by Ivan.
Hi.
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 Nice run.
Thanks.
Are you crying?
Oh.
I think you're crying.
Like.
Same.
I don't even.
That was probably the most exciting end to a race that we've seen thus far, though. That was...
Were you watching the restream at all?
I unpause every once in a while just to see where he was at, but I didn't know it was that close.
Yeah, you entered Ganon about like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of him. So it was close. It was close. Yeah. Chat flipped out when you hovered because RW's right behind you while you're hovering, and it's like if you fail this hover, you know, but you didn't. You clutched it.
I just messed up torch quest instead.
Yeah. Yeah. But how do you feel about the run overall?
I mean, it was really good until after Meyer.
Yeah, your Turtle Rock was making everyone nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was something. Huh? I don't know how I didn't get hit by the mini Homosaur going to the
yeah, that was sketchy.
That's what we said too. We were like, how on earth did he? That was funny because I had the exact same kind of Turtle Rock in my last race, so I was like getting flashbacks and like, oh my god, I thought you were gonna grab the safety door, but kudos to you for not doing that. I did though, because I'm a baby, so you know.
Yeah, I was shocked you didn't get the safety door and you just went for the laser skip, no problem. Walked right past that Homosaur, no problem.
I just wanted to PB at that point. I knew I lost like 30-40 seconds already in Turtle Rock, so...
Yeah. That, Poke room, the Poke 1, is a tough room when it goes wrong. Luckily, the game had pity on you and gave you the best Poke too.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hey,
Oh.
runnerwatcher.
You're joined by
Good race, good race.
Peace. I don't really know. That was a real mess on my end. I guess your end as well, near the end.
Towards the end, yeah. It's,
Yeah, if you guys, you know, watch any part of this back, make sure you watch, like, I guess, like, Ganon's tower to Ganon, because it was so exciting how close you guys were. And I think runnerwatcher pulled ahead just because Ivan didn't get the 1-in-1 on Ganon, so...
Yeah, I knew something must have happened on Ganon, because I could feel... I checked the stream around the start... no, after, and I saw that I had almost caught up, and I was like, okay, now I'm gonna play well now. But then I had some really bad rooms in Gauntlet, and then Aghanim cycle something, like my Aga 2 was horrible. So I figured at that point I was like, wow, because I'd also looked at my phone. I was watching on my phone and I saw Ivan do the hover. I was like, after the hover and the 5 must be over. It was a really weird race for me because I had it was actually just really good luck that I checked the problem with my stream. So I was looking at the chat around when I got the Master Sword, and somebody was like, "Where's runnerwatcher? What happened to runnerwatcher?" I was like, "Oh God!" Like checking all these settings on my computer while I was trying to do Aga Tower, and then I realized that the USB had just fallen out.
Oh,
like
wow.
that was all that it was. All I needed to do was plug it back in.
Wow.
10 seconds throughout Aga Tower, just like trying different stuff. Was horrible. And then after 7 blue balls, I almost split on pod. So I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, am I playing well? Am I playing like an idiot? Maybe both. And then I died in Thieves Town, so I figured I was playing like an idiot.
Yeah, that death was actually pretty rough. It was nice that you recovered.
It was a really bad,
yeah,
almost as bad as you can, because it's not so bad once you get her to blind. You die like after opening up the bomb floor, but in between it's a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure.
A minute and a half at least that I lost there, I think. And of course, I lost a ton of time on that overworld. I can't believe I got sub 90 with all that stuff. Like that plus 7 blue balls.
Yeah, wins PB.
But that would have been a PB if I hadn't had that death of 7 blue balls. I mean, if I had 0 blue balls.
Well, johncarls just finished up Ganon. He also missed Torch Glitch too, so he had a bit of trouble there, finishing with a 137 flat. It's GG, johncarls.
Yeah, GG to him. Wins the race. We'll try to get him in for a little interview as well.
Yeah, this is such a tough group. I did a 129 in my very first race in the tournament to win.
Oh yeah, I walked out of Ganon's tower too.
You walked out, you said?
Yeah. After mirroring from the big key, I just held down for some reason.
Yeah, wow, we didn't even notice that.
I needed to make sure I was in there, in the right place.
So what happened in T-Rock? Because I thought I was like a minute and a half behind at T-Rock, and then I was like 30 seconds behind after.
My Chomp's room, the left one moved really fast, and so it like lunged at me faster than I was expecting. So I got hit away from the peg as it was like going up, so I couldn't push the block. And Chomp room was awful, and then in the Pokey room where you get the key, I had 1 heart left, and I got turned into a bunny, so I had to follow it all the way up to the top. And
okay, I can see that's like a lot of time between those two things. Tournament race, and you're trying not to die.
yeah.
Well, I'll go for it, and if I die, I'll just whatever.
Alright, Maniacal's on Aga 2 right now. So he's close to finishing as well.
Yo, am I supposed to hop in here?
Yeah, if you want to.
Whew. How you guys doing?
GG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
GG.
good. It's a really good run. One of the
Yeah.
best. I think one of the best that's ever happened.
Yeah, that
Ever.
was actually world record according to Author Blues in the Twitch chat.
I'm gonna blame Stay Hydrated bot on this one. I had to use the restroom for the last hour of this run, and I think you can see my my time slowly declined from PB pace to that Misery Mire and on. It got bad. It's kind of a tale of two runs.
But did you maintain optimal hydration?
Yeah, so I do feel very hydrated. No, I mean, up until through Swamp Palace, I was 22 seconds ahead of my PB, so I was stoked. And I kept poking over and seeing Maniacal like right on my heels. I don't know if he, I think he ended up having to go back to ice, so he might have been not as close as I thought, but I felt the pressure. I felt the pressure of our boy Maniacal, he was keeping pace with me for a really long time. But
I confused you because he did the thing where he went back to swamps for the magic refill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I didn't see that because I didn't have it up the whole time. So in my mind, once I died to Vitreous, I was behind. I didn't know that I was ahead until pretty deep into Turtle Rock. So
Similar thing with Ivan, because Ivan did the
Did the what?
and did the ether and ice rod at different times
yeah.
than me, so I didn't know where I stood.
yeah, it ended up okay though. I mean, obviously not getting the torch glitch. I normally use the fire rod, and I was trying to be all safe using the lantern, and I got real mixed up there. So I don't know the last time I've had to do that fight without torch glitch, but that sure was interesting. Chain chomps, I died because I couldn't push the block apparently. And yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things. Mirroring in Ganon's tower was an interesting strategy. I don't think it saved me time overall, but it was a, I was thinking about, I've done that. I had a previous PB that did that, and I just, I didn't. I think it normally happens when I have full hearts, and so I don't have to use an arrow for the switch in the room before that, and I just completely blank. So, I was aiming for a sub 50, 135, but it's okay. I was really proud of the run up until Meyer, and then it really became like what you would expect from someone who has like a 150 or more. So, well, that's okay. Tale of two runs. Shout outs to Maniacal though for just keeping pace for so long in the light world and early into the dark world. Definitely made me nervous.
He just finished Ganon.
Yeah, GG's to Maniacal.
GG.
Everybody should say GG.
GG's all around. It sounds like it was a really enjoyable race.
Yeah, did he end up dying to cold stare? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's a bummer. Because he was probably 30 seconds behind me at Ice Palace, I feel like. Maybe a minute, but it felt like he was keeping pace for the fact that he said he normally gets a 140, and I was on PB pace.
He was doing really well up until cold stare.
Yeah, he must have been on
Yeah.
PB pace by a long margin, because I was on PB pace, and he was pretty close to me, and his PB's a 137, so...
You were doing really well yourself, Sean. You were like,
I didn't hear that.
Good old runner watcher Mike.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, I was definitely on a good solid like 130 or 129 pace after Swamp, but you can see that then I lost 7 minutes, which makes you not on that pace anymore.
Maniacal probably could have PB'd pretty easily actually without that
If
cold
he
stare
hadn't
death.
died
He's
to
only
cold-
plus
yeah.
3 minutes.
Yeah, because he said he had a 137, but he normally gets a 140. So, yeah, he was on like 131 pace for a good hour of that run. So that's crazy that he was keeping up so much. It's really cool. I mean, obviously happy to get the win. I would have preferred to finish the run a bit stronger, but I was nervous. I was about as nervous as I get for a GDQ run. I don't know why. I've never done a tournament, so I had some nerves in me. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
fun.
nerve-wracking. But we're joined now by Maniacal. GG.
So that run.
Good job, Maniacal. You were scaring me for a long time there.
How? I started 20 seconds late because I didn't see the speed racing bot
Oh
start.
my gosh, that's terrible. I don't know.
I was like
you were
waiting
on.
for the race to start. I was like, everyone's ready. When are we gonna go? I was watching for the countdown in chat, and it was in a different chat, and that chat had stopped scrolling.
Oh my gosh. Well, you were like on like 131 pace for like over half that run.
Yeah, I'd say like 133 because my end game is like really, really bad. But like I was.
Well, the pace you were on at that point, you were only like a minute behind, 30 seconds to a minute behind. I was worried, and then I didn't see you die in Ice Palace. So every time I poked over, you were still close to me, not knowing you had to go back to ice. So I was getting worried. I had a lot of interesting. Once I died to Vitreous, I thought you had taken the lead actually.
Yeah, so I needed a lot of deaths if I was gonna come back in that one but GG, by the way.
Oh,
nice
thanks.
run.
Thanks.
I had counted to 6 on one of the puffs, but apparently it was only 5. And so then I was being chased by a renegade puff and slashed it and it died, so we were okay. But then an ice cube hit me as the last puff was dying.
Oh, that's the worst.
And so I just got completely screwed sideways on cold, and I was like, well, I have to go back. And I was like, okay, this literally never happens, and so what do I do about it?
It's smart that you went to Swamp, because that gives you the
so
full...
I figured I had to go do my normal Swamp routing, take the refill off of Argus, but like I was in a really bad health situation in Swamp, but was able to go through. I screwed up the 0 cycle on Argus.
I didn't even know. I don't think it's a real thing.
I didn't get the glitch state, but so I was like hooking puffs in, and then they were just hanging out there, and I couldn't take any hits, so I like freaked out about that. It was a mess, but it was a fun run.
I thought you did well.
That, and then I took another. Oh, I died to Chomps because
yeah, me too.
Reasons I don't know.
I did too. I didn't push the block, and it went bad. My Vitreous, I held my sword up towards Vitreous, which was really dumb because in my head I had the idea. Everybody keeps telling me don't. I start charging my sword right when I get in the door, and everyone's like, "That's slower. Walk up to him and do it." So I did, but I poked upwards, poked a puff, or poked an eyeball. Then another one came and poked me, and it was a good time. But you know, fun race for sure.
If you had died on Argus Maniacal, you could have joined the very elite club of Link to the Past runners who have died
to Argus.
So far it's Runner Watcher in that club.
So far, the elite club is made.
That would be the only time I think that I would be grouped with Runner Watcher.
Is it as elusive as the 5 Dig Club, or is that a different?
That one only has one person in it,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's the coolest club ever, and nobody else can.
I was super hyped because I figured out this menu buffer I wanted to use in my practice earlier for the quick warp on the dig spot, and then I beefed it and menued an extra time and lost time.
You had a 2 dig?
No, I didn't have a 2 dig. I had a 2 menu to mirror to buffer the setup.
Yeah.
And
this game's funny. Everything that you normally don't mess up, you do a race like this, and then you mess up those things, and then things like hammer jump, which is usually a big issue for me. Like I 1 or 2 buffered that. It's just a funny game. Funny game.
It was exactly the same way for me. I had a 0 buffer hammer jump, but I was missing stuff like Reddy's and Eastern. The one of them closed their eyes. That was when I knew it was going to be a mess, that run.
Yeah. I messed up Armos, just stupid stuff, but you know. It's good first, get the rust off, and we're all gonna win our next race. I'm sure of it.
I think we will. Anyway,
your next race is against Tej, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna win my next race
because my next race might be against him too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna win that race.
Well, watch out, TGH.
Yeah. Well, maybe he can decide to start good. That'd be cool. But I'm gonna hop up. But thank you guys so much. I had a lot of fun, and I hope the tournament keeps going as well as it is.
Me too. Good racing with you guys.
Yeah, GG, 1-0 John Carls, and good luck in the rest of your races.
Thank you.
I encourage all of you to rewatch that.
Yeah, for sure. It was really exciting. But anyway, we've got another NMG race coming up on this channel here. It's Yellsrake versus Jetab. Is it Jetab or Jet A Baby? I don't even know.
That would be Jetta BB. And I just got here. Okay. Did I miss anything?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing? Okay, I won't watch the VOD then.
Yeah.
No, it was very exciting. Please go watch it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, we got another race coming up here in about 5 minutes. It's going to be Yazrek versus Jet. What did you say?
Jetta BB.
BB.
Just
Okay,
say
sorry. All right. And yes, Scrivo and Parisian Player are going to be on commentary for that. So stay tuned and watch more NMG.
Yeah. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stick around.
Thanks, take it easy, and thanks for the commentary, Josh and Emma.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. GG on the race, everyone.
Good games.